So I think for me today, the today's close is going to be pretty important for me, as I think it will continue to validate my overall weekly thesis. Although we do still have 2 more days, so I am a little bit more interested in how we close on the weekly, but I think today's close as well also is going to be important, as we will be officially tapping into a 4 hour and daily time frame golden pocket, as well as a BPR. So I think today's close is going to be, I think we can pull up a little bit more up to the 200, but then I would like us to see us close probably below 19,026 for the daily close, but I'm more interested to see if that weekly close is able to close around there. But yeah, with those QQQ puts, I do still like the end of month expiration. Is it the ones that expire this Friday definitely are probably gonna be closing as worthless for me. I'll probably just let those go to zero. So yeah, because we're probably gonna get theta burned once again, because we haven't really had a whole lot of movement. But for me, I do actually still like uh the end of month, so August 30th expirations. So I will continue to hold on to that. But yeah, I think those Friday ones are probably gonna get burned. As like I said, I was trying to play that CPI move, but you could see the print really wasn't too crazy, which is why we really haven't had a whole lot of movement. So I probably will still continue to hold the month out ones. But anyway, so like I said, I'll be keeping an eye on that 78.6 GP, which is going to be right around that 19,200 level, as well as this 4 hour BPR that we are kind of sitting in right now. That would be also roughly around that 19,200 area. And then let's see. Yeah, this technically is still a break and retest structure on the larger time frame. So yeah, those monthly out ones, they can still actually work out. Like I said, it really just needs some time to play out. But those weekly ones that we grab for Friday definitely are more of the higher risk positions for sure. But in terms of actual setups of which I'm looking at today, we did obviously create a pretty large move from CPI in terms of the actual wick. So our overnight lows and overnight highs are going to be a bit off today. So we are going to have to use previous day's levels. So for me, I think I'll probably be keeping an eye on, let's see, probably about 1980. And then we are approaching, actually, could possibly put in a new overnight high here before the open, but I am probably going to be looking for a bit of rebalance of yesterday's move. As yesterday was a trend day, I would like to see at least a little bit more of a pullback, fill some of those imbalances that were created on the larger time frame, because we have quite a few. In terms of the hourly, we do have a 15-minute one as well, sitting at the lower 18,900 area. But for me, I think I'm definitely going to be looking for a clear below 19,050. If you are able to get that close there, we probably would look to see a nice move down to 19,000 psych, which is where we actually just bounced off of previously. You see, we with that CPI candle, we bounced off of that literally perfectly to the exact tick actually. So I'll probably be looking for that if we are able to get that clear below 19,050. Otherwise, I think I'll probably will continue to look to take a short once we do get a fill of that 4 hour BPR, as well as a tap probably into that 78.6 GP. We do also want to consider that we are opening up probably above previous high of day here. So this definitely could also be a range breakout. So if we do open up a little bit higher, I may look to take a long on a back test of previous high of day and probably VWAP. But probably stops below. So those are some potential trade ideas that we could look for there. But let's take a look at some individuals and see how they're moving in terms of our overall targets for the week. So Apple here, get my chart to load. Weekly candle looks alright right here, but I believe this gap is going to be on the daily. Yeah, so we had a previous imbalance here on the daily time frame that we ended up filling, got a little back test of that, and then kind of came back down. So I am still curious to see whether or not we actually want to get this break or continue to reject this this gap for a continued lower high structure. If we actually draw a little bit of a trend line here on the daily, it's not going to be the prettiest, as we did create a high right around July 16th. We did get that push above, which was actually a gap up. But if you kind of like ignore that right there, you see we actually are technically still within a lower high structure right here. So this is actually quite nice to see. So I am going to be interested to see whether or not we actually reject this on the daily time frame. However, we probably will look to continue if we do probably get above this 222 area and look to head to about 225 or even 227 would probably be my next leg up for Apple if we do get above that 222. Otherwise, for me, I think we definitely can see some rejection here, as this would continue to follow that lower high structure. And it would also be nice to get, at least one back test of that previous resistance flip to support. So you see that yesterday we did actually get that nice breakout above that 219 level, which is what we were watching, I believe 2 days ago. So I would like to see us at least get a bit of a back test, use it as support if we do want to see another leg higher. But as of right now, this would be actually the first tap into this this lower high structure. So I would expect to see at least a little bit of a pullback here coming in from that name. And then 4 hour here, let's take a look. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. We do have a little bit more room up here on Apple, I think, but we're pretty much there in terms of this actual resistance or short level for me. So I think that's pretty much that with that name. Microsoft here. We do have that previous weekly time frame imbalance that we do still need to fill actually. We are working our way towards it. We're just about halfway so far. We do have a little bit more room up, about another $3 up here for the weekly. And that would also all line up with and then never mind, that's a little bit overhead, but yeah, I do like this up to actually 417. 417 is a nice little spot for me, so I think Microsoft does have a little bit more room up here. As we did also get this candle close above previous resistance as well with yesterday's close. So I think we could see a nice push up to 417. Four hour here. And we did get that break of actually that lower high structure on the 4 hour. So if we see, draw a trend line, had a nice little lower high. Got that break these couple days ago. Starting to see a little bit of retracement here, so I think we have a little bit more room here. It does also depend on whether or not we open up above previous day's range, as that would be my confirmation for another leg up. Otherwise, we actually could possibly base here, and maybe even see a back test of kind of like those imbalances that we created yesterday, as it was a trend day, as I mentioned. So that'll be something I'll be looking out for. All right, next up we have Google. Google still looks alright here. Like I said, I am keeping an eye out still for that move down to 155, as it would be a official tap into that weekly lower trend line that I was keeping an eye out on. So we still have yet to get an official tap after last week's move. So far we did get a nice little correction, but overall not actually, yeah, not a whole lot of movement so far this week coming in from Google. We only had about a $2 move from the highs to lows, and we actually only had pretty much less than $1 drop from its actual weekly open. So not a whole lot of movement overall, but you see actually on this daily time frame we are setting up almost in a nice little flagging structure here. So this does actually still have room to play out, I think, for me. Just looking at this on the daily time frame, I think for me a breakout would definitely have to be a clear below probably about 161. Yeah, probably about 161. If you get a nice little daily close below that 161, I think for me that can confirm probably um, a breakout of that lower trend line, and we could probably head towards that mid 155. So I do still like that. And then yeah, 4 hours pretty much the same exact thing. You can see here still continue to put in this higher high and higher low, almost flagging structure here. So yeah, this actually probably below this overnight low would initiate a bit of a breakout here on this 4 hour. And you see we are actually getting a small flagging structure here from the overnight session. So now that we actually are coming into today's open, I think this actually could initiate some type of breakout even today, possibly, if we do get some aggressive selling to come in. But otherwise, if we don't, if everything is quite strong today, we probably will still continue to hold this higher low structure, as we are sitting at this lower trend line right here. So that'll be something to keep an eye out on. I think a breakout here would definitely have to be above previous low of day. Is this previous low of day? No, it's not. Previous low of day is right here. Okay, yes, it was. Okay. Yeah, so above previous low of day would probably look for a pushback into previous day's range, which would, like I said, continue to respect that lower high structure. And my favorite ticker, Nvidia. So pulled up beautifully to that previous breakout 119 level, which is what we were watching actually for yesterday, I believe. I think yesterday we were talking about, yeah, once we got above that overnight, that previous overnight high level, we will see that 114 and then a move to that 119. So I believe we played this breakout level last week or 2 weeks ago. I forget when, but yeah, we played that breaker below 119, which pretty much sent us all the way down to that 100 psych level, which is what we were looking for. But in terms of the weekly time frame, actually looks quite bullish still, in my opinion, but we do still have yet to get some type of minor retracement in terms of this overall daily time frame move here. So we are actually, yeah, we're opening up, like I said, 119 here, so do have a bit of an imbalance overhead on a daily. So that could be something to mark out if we do want to see a little bit higher. Do have a bit of a daily gap up to about 122 here. But we are approaching a decent area of resistance. Like I said, this 119 area is going to be the area to be watching, as this would be, see if we place like a little, zone right here. You can see that, yeah, definitely this 119 spot is going to be a really nice potential spot to short if we do start to get some, resistance coming around here. But I would like to see how we open up initially first. And that is pretty much that. So yeah, I do like this. Take a look at the 4 hour as well. Okay, so I think this right here is going to be actually pretty important. So if you actually take a look at NVIDIA on this 4 hour structure, we had a previous 4 hour imbalance right here. And if you actually take a look at how we closed yesterday, you see that yesterday's close actually ended up closing inside of this 4 hour gap structure still. So for me, what this is actually telling me is that if we actually open up in this high, I want to see how we react immediately off the open. As if we get a very, very quick sell off the open, that would mean that we probably would look to head towards and actually continue to come back inside of this previous gap here. As if we did turn off, let's see, if we turned off, what is it, the extended trading hours here. If we turn that off, we can see that on this 4 hour structure, this setup or this imbalance is still actually going to be valid. How did I just draw that? Okay, never mind. I had that drawn a little bit incorrectly. Okay, never mind. Forget what I just said, because that might have been. Oh wait, no, no, that was correct. It was just on the extended hours, but yeah, that is how that structure actually would still be valid in my opinion if we do get an immediate sell off the open. But yeah, I would like to actually see a sell off the open, as like I said, we are at that 119 resistance. But I would like to actually see a back test of this, because if we did get a back test of this gap, we could actually probably use this as some support, right? And we could see the top of that gap does also line up with previous high of day. So this actually could be a nice potential break and retest structure for another leg up here. But like I said, I'll be keeping an eye out on that 119 level to see if we get some rejection come in. So that'll probably be the main thing that I'll be watching. Probably a break below view up on this 5 minute structure will send us down to previous high of day. And that is pretty much that. Any questions? Cool. Looks like we have a bit of a 5 minute flag actually starting to form here, guys. If you actually take a look at NQ here, this 5 minute structure, little 5 minute flag right there. And also for Friday's class, I was actually wondering if you guys had any specific topics that you maybe wanted to cover or talk about for Friday's class. Anyone have any ideas? But if not, I'll probably just make something.
I had a couple.
What's up?
I was thinking about that you could talk about like confluences for QQQ and NQ, like what moves the market,
Oh,
what
okay.
moves the stickers,
Yeah.
like you know,
Mm-hmm.
stuff about this, and then maybe about something about VWAP, like the difference between Qs and NQ VWAP, and
Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do
how
that.
to play them, and yeah, how it differs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we could do that. So that's pretty much just covering, I guess, my overall trading strategy, which I know many of you guys are pretty interested in that. So yeah, we could definitely do that. So, all right, cool.
What time is the class Friday?
Same time, it'll be 11:30. 11:30
Okay.
for us, and it will be recorded too if you do miss it. So you could
Okay.
obviously go back and watch it. But I just realized I didn't chart any of my levels yet. Any of my overnight levels. Still have yet to do that. Q's had a crazy trend day yesterday.
Good morning.
Morning. Raul wants to go over BPR and fibs. Yeah, we could go over fibs. And that would actually tie into a little bit of like confluences and whatnot. So that would actually line up. Although if we do actually cover my strategy, I don't think we'll be able to cover all in one class. I'll be honest, because I don't know. I feel like there is quite a bit of things that I actually look into when it actually comes to developing my strategy and actual trades. But we'll see what we get on Friday, how fast we're able to get through things. And if any of you guys have any like questions or anything like that, we could. Okay, so you tried most of my levels here. As I mentioned, I'm going to be keeping an eye on those individuals here. As I do like Google's structure as well as Nvidia at this 119 level. So definitely will be continuing to keep an eye out on that. Also do take note of where we are going to be opening up at here. We do have probably Microsoft opening up right at previous hive day, opening up above, and then we did see that Apple did just get a nice little rejection off previous hive day there as well. So I actually continue to respect this imbalance that we're sitting in. And we did also get about a 50% fill of the actual gap. So not quite a full fill, but like I said, we did get a 50% fill. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did also change my color layout for my charts. Do you guys think it's
Oh, you're right.
too hard to see? You think it's too hard to see? It's like
No, I
Purple.
think it's okay. Like
Okay.
it's a lot of gray, but
A little gray.
I I didn't even notice, to be honest.
It's not the normal white and red that I have, but big actually dip from here from Apple. Yeah, like I said, I'll be keeping an eye out for this open here. Technically still have yet to initiate a breakout of this flagging structure, as we are still sitting within this range here. So we have a range, 5 minute range on Qs from 463.80 to about 463, let's just say 20, as our breakout for, whatever this range that we're sitting in right now. We have 2 minutes for this open. Actually, just about 1 minute here. But yeah, I think it's only like really, really dark gray right now, just because we are in the pre-market. So the pre-market is highlighted gray, and it's also on top of gray. But my NQ chart, it looks a lot better because it's just like a flat black background. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think it looks
nice.
a little bit better. But yeah, I think with it being the pre-market makes it a little bit harder to see, as well as if I have like a really, really large imbalance drawn, you'll see that that gap takes up like pretty much my whole entire screen. So it's like pretty much a gray background there. So it is a little bit hard to tell, but I don't hate it. And everyone's so quiet today. Alright, here's the open. We are, like I said, continue to sit inside of this range here. Getting a bit of a pop here off this open. Trying to break through this overnight high level on QQQ. Same thing here with Apple, actually. Or sorry, not Apple. Apple's actually opening up a little bit lower here, but looks like we have Google and Microsoft with overall relative strength off this open here. We do have Nvidia getting that back test of VWAP. Still actually continue to hold that higher low 5 minute structure. Curious to see whether or not this opening candle does want to get that break above overnight highs here. Like I said, I am still actually a fan of shorts overall today, but we'll still see how we move here. Apple getting this back test of overnight lows. Nvidia actually is getting this break here. Trying to get this break below VWAP. Pretty stagnant overall. Q still isn't really budging. Nice little bit of a rejection from that overnight highs level, but like I said, still overall relative strength coming in from Google and Microsoft, and also Meta here. NVIDIA, pretty big break so far. Nice push below VO. Like I said, that 119 level is going to be that level to watch out for. So opening candle looks like it is going to get a lower candle close here, but
feel like we can get a pop up back into 50. I might try a short.
yeah, that's actually what I'm looking for as well. Not sure if we'll actually be able to get it though. This looks still really good here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this candle, 5-minute candle, get this break lower here. Keep an eye out on Qs here with this break below view up, if we could get it. But yeah, I would like to take a back test on this following 5-minute candle open.
Yeah, we might just flush here.
This is a break below previous high of day here. Yeah, we'll probably flush. Big rejection there. That's a great short right there off that NVIDIA breakout. And NVIDIA pretty much was the only name that really drove that leg down. So now that it has a little bit more room here, I think, for me. I want NVIDIA to at least get this back test into previous high of day for me. So I may actually look to take this short here on the back test to view up. I think I just missed my entry right there.
We tapped off a few up on Qs there.
Yeah, that's what I was watching. But still see here. Okay, I just tried it right there. I'm in at a 23 for a short. I think my stop probably is just going to be a 5-minute candle close back above you up. And then for me, I'm going to be looking for a break back into previous day's range. I might actually play a GP setup here, but we'll see. Okay, so with that short entry there, like I said, for me, I do still want to see us pull down a little bit more. I'm not sure if I'll actually do my stop as a clear back above view up. I might do just a break above that 5-minute range that's overhead of us. But I want to see NVIDIA get this back test at least into previous high day and also overnight lows. Apple reject this 5-minute imbalance that we created from that opening, or right before that previous open candle. We do have Google. Actually, remember this is that structure we were watching for off the open or during the pre-market, right? We had that 4-hour structure. You see that we are actually starting to get a little bit of that larger move with that break below that lower trend line. So that is kind of what I'm keeping an eye out on for right now. think my stop will probably just be a higher 5-minute candle close above 45 or 50. So this will be about a 25-point risk here. So about our normal risk, I guess you could say. But yeah, for me, I'm going to be looking for this falling candle to close below view up, and then I'm looking for us to kind of come back into previous day's range and potentially even target roughly those CPI lows. And I do also like this move down to about 461.97 on QQQ, as that was that previous flag breakout on that 5-minute structure from yesterday.
Yeah, I think we need to close below VWAP and midnight. I think after that we'll be good to go.
This may take a little bit of time as well, as like I said, I am still keeping an eye on filling these larger time frame imbalances, because remember, those are setups that are actually still sitting on about the 30-minute hourly time frame. So this may need a little bit of time to play out, but I'm pretty happy with this overall spot here that we're sitting at. Yeah, so 5-minute candle close right there below view up, which is nice to see. Apple is still continued. Apple and Microsoft is still continuing to gain a little bit of traction here, which I don't really like. But Apple is getting that back test of previous high of day and that overnight high level, so I would like to see that reject. Nvidia did get that lower candle close below that previous 5-minute low from that CPI move at 8:30. So we got that back test, use that as resistance. So now I would like to see this move from Nvidia send us straight to that previous low of day and overnight low level. But we are slightly up here, guys. It's about 20 points right there. We're looking to take some green here, but what I actually am starting to like here is that you'll notice we are starting to actually flag now a little bit. We have a small 5-minute flag starting to form here. So I would like to see this actually form, and I would like to see us get this breakdown. So here we go. Nice moves here so far, guys. If you want to take some risk off, this is over 30 points so far, roughly. Just about 30 points. There we go. I'm taking some off right here, guys. Taking some off right here. Just got filled right there at 88. Close most. 7 of 10 right there. Close most at 88. You can move your stops to break even or in profit, and then look for a little bit more of a pull down here. But keep in mind, Nvidia did hit my target right there, right? That's what I wanted, Nvidia to tap that previous low of day and overnight lows. But I'm actually going to get all out right here, guys. I'm all out right there. 76. Beautiful.
That was nice.
Love that.
I love to see the market flag in the direction I'm in the position.
Oh wow, what a beautiful flush. Look
Wow,
at that, guys.
yeah. Man, you are on fire.
That's
That's crazy.
guys. That's literally what I wanted to see.
Wow.
Exactly what I wanted to see right there. Beautiful. Anyone have any questions on that?
No, I just want to marry you.
Beautiful flush right there. Yeah, that was all we were looking for right there. Like I said, Nvidia was going to be that driving factor for that trade, as we did get that break and retest below that previous CPI low. Like I said, these are the two levels that we really gravitate towards, right? That 119 level was going to be that, position to watch for, right? So once we got that close below VWAP, nice little back test entry right there. And I wanted us to flush straight to that overnight low and previous low of day, or previous high of day, as a break in potential back test trade right there. You know, yesterday was a really nice trend day, so you know what happened? Well, we do still need to fill some of those previous imbalances. And then looks like another also big driver for today is going to be Google. Remember, we were watching that during the pre-market, right? We were opening right at that lower trend line on that, what is it, 4-hour daily structure, I forget, but you see that, right? Google is actually starting to initiate that break for that push lower. So you see now that once we got that break below that overnight low, a really, really fast flush down. So this is a wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, yeah.
No worries, guys. I made more money off of that, so I don't really care.
Well, it hit your target, so. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
we got a really sniper entry, right? Like it was like only a few points of drawdown.
Yeah, and that's what I
Yeah,
was
our
looking
entry.
for. Yeah. Entry right there was on that back test of VWAP right there, so that's what I was looking for. Yeah, great flush right there, guys. So we happy with these one and done days. Just another one and done day, guys. That's how we do it. You already know. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, the scary thing is, I think we are getting used to it.
That's the only bad part. We're all getting used to
Yeah.
these one and done days.
So, what do you think will happen now? What are your thoughts?
So Nvidia here, right? Like I said, that level I was watching was at 119 level, but we are starting to get that back test of this 114 level actually, which was that my initial target, or one of my targets, which was that previous breakout that we were keeping out on yesterday. So here is actually where I'd expect to see some buying start to come in here. As you can see, that Apple actually looks like it wants to set up for a potential break above this 222 level. That would initiate a break for actually probably 225, but we do have Microsoft getting a back test of previous high of day. Could definitely use that as support. And yeah, like I said, Nvidia here is at that 114 level, which was my previous breakout level from yesterday. So yeah, we'll probably see some buying come in here. We do have SPY here as well. 5-minute GP on SPY. So yeah, beautiful hold of that 78.6 right there. Let's take a look at Qs. I believe Qs also should be in the GP here. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful hold right there. Yeah, like I said, only real name here that's really dragging us down is going to be that Google breakout on that 4-hour. So, you know, if we do start to gain some traction here, I would expect.
Yeah, you talk about the Google breakout in pre-market, right?
Yep, that
Yeah,
4-hour
yeah, that's
structure.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, really nice break so far. So, yeah, like I said, today's candle close is going to be pretty important for actually Qs and some of these individuals. So, we'll see how they actually move, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that trade right there, guys. So
I think everybody is.
yeah, I maybe could have held a little bit longer, but I mean, yeah, no worries. So, not gonna complain about that. So yeah, I think I broke down the trade pretty well for you guys. So I don't know if you guys have any other questions with that. I think it was pretty clear setup from what I was saying, unless I was just rambling to myself, but. Yeah, probably most likely another one and done day for me. Yeah, we've been literally making like 5 to like 10K every single day this week. Cause this month has been insane. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, birthday month, 21 month, we're going crazy. But yeah, beautiful hold of that GP. Look at that. Really, really nice hold of that. I was about a, let's see, Yeah, 40-point pop from the low. So really nice hold of that GP. Previous breakout level on Nvidia at that 114. Microsoft holding previous hive day. Really nice overall. Yeah, no worries, Samir. I saw you, bro. You're the only one taking the trades. Or you're the one that's actually taking the trades, not me. You might be following, but you're still the one that's actually executing, so.
By the way, Alex, Apex finally approved my payout.
Nice. Let's go. PC.
They waited
How
till
long does it take?
literally like tomorrow's the 15th. I requested on the 1st. 13 days.
Congrats.
Thank you, brother. At least I don't have to send a video.
I will actually request a payout today.
Nice.
Let's go,
My
Carlos.
first one.
Let's go.
I'm so excited.
Carlos, go. I'm so serious. Go buy something nice for yourself.
For real.
No, I'm so
Yeah.
serious.
You've been
It
feeling.
will be a special money, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to feel even better knowing that you made it sitting on your couch.
Yeah, this one and done days.